create skills related to triangles. I think okay, let's do that. So if a circle is connected with so just observe this circle, the its triangle having all its vertices a circle. Triangle having all its vertices on circle. Circumcircle. Circumcircle. The circumcircle we discussed already. That is, we are taking the perpendicular to the side. I am going to draw perpendicular bisector to BC side, AB side, and AC side, and their intersecting point or concurrent point will give you the circumcenter. Okay, now with the letter S. Now, okay. Now, while you are observing that, we know the sine rule, that is A by sine A equals to B by sine B equals to C by sine C, that is equals to 2R. Am I right? 2R or any constant. Or what is that R? R is circumradius. Circumradius is nothing but distance from center to its circumference, or SA or SB or SC. These three are equal. Okay, na? Now we can write that in the place of we have discussed the formula that area of a triangle delta equals that means while you exchange that delta at area and radii, that means R, that will be R is equals to ABC by 4 delta. Okay, na? So that means in the place of we can substitute this formula ABC by 4 delta. Okay, na? Now here S is circumference, right? Now let us discuss about the incircle, because circumcircle clause from the is a triangle. Okay, see the incenter, that is nothing but circumference of a circle must be touches the three sides of a triangle. If you take a triangle like this and the circle circle is touches the all three sides of a triangle. Circle is touches the yes. See here, a circle touches the three sides of a triangle, right? Now, how the circle is formed? This means how the incenter is forming. That means the circle is touches the all three of a triangle, and that too, if ABC, we have to take angular bisectors. That means angles, no, angle A, angle B, angle C. Okay, now AD is a angular bisector at A, and BE is a angular bisector at B, and CF is a angular bisector of That means this CF line is divides the angle at C into two equal parts. Angular bisector taken, these three angular bisectors intersect at a point that is called incenter. We are representing with incenter I. Okay, na? So from this we have to decide the formula. We should discuss the formula. You know that S value, S is nothing but A plus B plus C. Angle, we have a triangle into three equal parts. That means the center to the circumference, the distance is called radius, right? That means ID, next IE, IF or the radius of a circle. Clear? So if you take this triangle BIC, the area of triangle BIC is equals to half base into height. What is the formula of area of a triangle? Half base into height. That is equals to 1 by 2. Base is nothing but BC. And height is ID. ID is nothing but radius of a circle. Okay. That is equals to half BC. BC value is nothing but the length of a side BC is represented with small a. Am I right? Length of BC represented with small a, AR. Same like if you take the triangle AIC. Triangle AIC, take like this. Area of a triangle AIC, that is equal to half B into AR, B into R. Same way IB, triangle AIB is equals to half C into R. That means when you add three triangles, we will get that entire triangle area formula. So total triangle ABC area is equals to, this ABC triangle is divided into three triangles. First triangle BIC, second triangle, third triangle. Okay, na? Using formula, we can write half A into R, this one half B into R, and this is half B into R. So everything, that means while you are observing, adding these three triangles, we are having a common point, that is half into R. If I take half into R as a common part, what is remaining from the first triangle? A will be remain. From the second triangle, B is remaining. From the third part, C is remaining. So A plus B plus C is nothing but perimeter of a triangle. We are representing with 2S. S is semi-perimeter, but 2S is perimeter. So numerator 2, denominator 2 cancel. We will get the formula R into S. So simply area of a triangle ABC is equals to R into S. Okay, na? Like this we will get the formula R into S. So in center, nothing but the circle is touches all three sides of, okay, na? Bisectors of a triangle concurrent at a point. That conquering point is called incenter. We are representing with the letter I. Okay? Yeah. So let us go to the remaining formulas. So the first formula, area of a triangle represented with the delta. Triangles we are calling as delta. First, we prove that. And the second formula is R is equals to S minus C. S minus C into tan A by 2. And the third formula is R is equals to 4R sin A by 2, sin B by 2, sin C by 2. Okay, na? So every formula we can prove by using the given conditions. Okay, na? So we are to R into S, we are using the in-circle concept. Okay. Same way X circle, we have to discuss about X circle. So while you're observing the difference between in-circle and X circle, in-circle exactly being inside the circle, that means it touches the three sides of a triangle. Sorry, inside the triangle, it touches the three sides of a triangle, and it is formed by the angular bisectors of a triangle. Okay, na? Circle forming by taking angle bisector. For example, see that AB side is I am extending, this side also I am extending like A. Now, this is interior part. Means that inside interior angle I have taken. The exterior part. So angular bisectors of remaining two exterior angles. These three intersect at a point that is X circle. Okay, na? So from this X point we can distance from I to B and I to C, draw one circle, or sorry, I to this part, draw one circle, it will give you the X circle. Okay, so interior angular bisector to exterior angular bisector will forms a X circle. Okay, right. Now let us see that R is say tan A by 2. This is we have taken in circle formula by taking the tangents. What are the tangents? Tangents are nothing but the line which touches the circle at only one point is called tangent line. That means a tangent line, it touches the circle at only at D. Same way, tangent at circle touches the circle at only at F. So from this tangent condition, we have to understand that BF equals to BD. The length of the tangents are equal from the external point. B is called external point. Okay, na? So I am not going to prove the remaining formulas. So you can just remember the formulas that are into S minus A. R minus A into by 2. R is equal to 4R A by 2 sin B by 2 sin C by 2. Okay, na? So these are the main formulas, and let us take some of the note points here. Yeah, so these are all important topic, important points. Please remember these formulas also. To solve these equations or solve these problems in this exercise, we'll use these formulas. Okay, now the first formula is equals to R is equals to delta by S. Delta by S is coming from this formula only. Okay, now if I am transposing this side, it is going to divide. So R is equal to delta by S, and the second one is, and that is equals to, we can take R is equals to S minus A into tan A by 2. These two combinations, S by A into tan A by 2, or 4R into sin B by 2 sin C by 2. That means three formulas taken from the same condition R. Okay. Next note point, R1 is equals to delta by S minus A. Same way R2 is equals to delta by S minus B. R1 is related to first side A. Okay, na? R2 S minus B, R3 is equal to S minus C. Okay, na? Now let us go to the, that means here will be changed the same, like this will be S minus B into tan B by 2, and it will be S minus C into tan C by 2, sorry, S minus A into tan. Okay, so this, until this one is enough. Okay, let us go to the next one, that is given that 1 by R. Okay, na? 1 by equals to 1 by R. See how we taken 1 by R1, R1, R2, R3. By using this R1, R2, R3, we can write 1 by R1, 1 by R2, 1 by R3 also. Okay, na? Now next point is, yeah, R1 into R2 into R3 into R, or R into R1 into R2 into R3 is equal to delta square. Delta is nothing but area of a triangle. Delta square means delta formula root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. No, square means without the root. That means s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c only remains. Okay. Next formula, R1 R2 plus R3 minus R is equals to 4R. And same way, sixth one, R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1 equals to s square. And seventh one is cos A plus cos B plus cos C is equals to 1 plus R by capital R. And eighth one, sin A plus sin B plus sin C is equals to s by capital R. Okay, na? And R minus R1 plus R2 plus R3 is equals to 4R cos A. R plus R1 minus R2 plus R3 is equals to 4R cos B. R plus R1 plus R2 minus R3 is equals to 4R cos C. So these are the important points to remember. So by using these points, all we are going to find the solution from this exercise. Okay, na? Now practice sheet. Let us start the practice sheet. So maximum practice sheet concept based questions will be given, so we can directly identify the formulas. The first one is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R. 1 by R. So we have discussed in the note point. Okay, na? That is the first third note point, that is all. So from this we can write 1 by R. Now from the second question, that is R1, R2, R3, R into R1 into R2 into R3 is equals to what? Just now we discussed, right? What is the formula? That is delta square. Delta square means area of a triangle whole square. Okay. Now third question, delta by s minus a. What is the delta by s minus a formula here? Delta by s minus a, R1, delta by s minus b, R2, delta by s minus c, R3. Okay, na? So while you are observing this question here, third question, delta by s minus a is equals to R1, and fourth question, R2 value is given. R2, how can we write delta by s minus b? Okay, and fifth question, 4R into sin a by 2, 4R into sin a by 2 into sin b by 2 into sin c by 2 is nothing but small r. Okay, r is the radius of incircle. All are concept direct formulas, we can remember this. The question, A, B, C values are given, we need to find S value. What is A value here? A value 4, B value 5 and C value 3. And what is S? S is nothing but semi-perimeter, that means A plus B plus C by 2. So A value 4, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 3, 12, 12 by 2 is nothing but 6. Okay, na? So let us go to the next problem. The seventh one is S into tan A by 2. S into tan is the formula for R1. Okay, na? S into tan A by 2 is the formula for R1, or S into tan B by 2 is the formula for R2, or S into tan C by 2 is the formula for R3. direct formulas. Okay, na? Let us go to the 8th problem. That is R is equals to direct formula. Delta is equal to R into S, I proved, and R is equals to delta by S. R equals to delta by S. And last question, delta equals to 8, then S is equals to 4. Delta value 8, S value 4, we need to find R. You have to substitute in this formula, above formula. Delta value 8, S value 4, that is equals to 2. 8 by 4 is nothing but 2. Okay, na? Now let us go to the exercise problems. Okay. So just remember, try to read the formulas regularly. We'll go to the exercise 1 problems. The first problem is in triangle ABC, A value is 4, B value is 5 and C value is 3. Then we need to find out the R value. R is nothing but delta by S. R is nothing but delta by S. So let us find S value. S is equals to A plus B plus C by 2 semi-perimeter formula. So add all of them. 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 3, 12. 12 by 2 is 6. Now delta is nothing but root over S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. So I am directly substituting S value 6 and S minus A, that means 6 minus 4 is 2, S minus B, 6 minus 5 is 1, S minus C, 6 minus 3 is 3. That is equal to root 6 into remaining 2 ones are 2, 2 3s are 6. 6 into 6 is nothing but 6 square, square root cancel, so area of triangle is 6. Therefore now R is equals to delta by S. So delta value is 6 and S value 6, therefore the radius is 1. Okay, na? Let us go to the next problem. The problem number 2, in triangle ABC, so we need to find delta, R1 value. R1 value of S minus A. Okay, na? And what are the ABC values? A value is 5, B value is 12, C value is 13. While you are observing the measurements here, it can be identified the Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet from this delta area of a triangle ABC is equal to half base into height. Half base is 12, height is 5. 2 table 12 6 times, 6 5s are 30. So area of a triangle 30 I got. And substituting the formula R1 is equals to 30 by S value. S value means perimeter, semi-perimeter. Add all of them. 13 plus 12, 25, 30. 30 by 2 is 15. 15 minus A value 5. So R1 is equals to 30 minus 30. Then R1 is equals to 3. 30 by 10, that is nothing but 3. Okay, na? Let us go to the third problem. In triangle ABC, S value is 15. In triangle ABC, S value is 15. And B value is 7. Next, delta value is 24. We need to find out the value of R2. R2 formula, delta by S minus B. Delta by B. Delta value is 24, directly substitute. S value is 15. And B value is 7. 15 minus 7 is 8. So 24 by 8, 8 table in 24 3 times. Therefore R2 value is 3. Okay, now let us go to the next problem. Yeah, fourth problem. In triangle ABC, delta value is 48. Delta value 48. S value is 16. And C value is 4, we need to find R3. So just apply the formula and try to identify the value. R3 is equal to delta by S minus C. You use the formula to identify that. Let us go to the problem number 5. So 2, 4, 6, 12 are the radius and x radii of a triangle, then its area. What are the values are given? 2, 4, 6, 12. Radius. Nothing but R value. X radii means R1, R2, R3 values. So that is 4, 6, 12. And we know that the area of a triangle formula R1, R2, R into R1 into R2 into R3 is equals to delta square formula. Substitute the values. 2 into 4 into 6 into 12 is equals to delta square. Square bring this side, it will be square root. Square root of 2. 4 I can write 2 into 2. 6 and 12. 6 as I am writing 12, I can write 6 into 2. That is the area of triangle. From these two, 1 2 will come without the root. From these two 6's, 1 6 will come without the root. Remaining 2's, 1 2 will come without the root. So 2 into 2, 4. 4 6 are 24. Therefore, the area of a triangle is 24 centimeters square, because it is given centimeters. Okay, na? Let us go to the next problem. Problem number 6, that is the area of a triangle ABC is 96 square units. Delta value is 96 square units. Then its perimeter is 16. Perimeter means 2s value. A plus B plus C is equals to perimeter. It is nothing but 2s. So that value is given 16 units. Then its radius. What is the radius formula? Radius is equals to delta by S. So area of a triangle by its semi-perimeter. That is 96. S value is 8. Because 2s value is 6 no. So from this x value is 16 by 2, nothing but 8. 8 table in 96 exactly 12 times. Therefore radius equals to 12. Okay. So let us go to the next problem. Yeah, problem number 7. If the area of a triangle is square units, area of a triangle is 6 square units, that means delta value is 6 and its radius is 2 units, then the perimeter. Radius is 2 units, then the perimeter. We know the formula R is equals to delta by S. Just interchange the values. Positions of R and S if you interchange, then S is equals to delta by R. So delta value 6, R value is 2. 2 table 6 3 times. I got semi-perimeter, but I want perimeter. Perimeter is nothing but 2 times of semi-perimeter. That means 2 into 3, 6. Okay, na? So let us go to the next problem. Yeah. So 8th problem in triangle ABC, R equals to, in triangle ABC, R value we have so many formulas, that is delta by S is one formula, R is equals to S minus A into tan A by 2 one formula, or S minus B into tan B by 2, S minus C into tan C by 2, and R is equals to 4R sin A by 2, sin B by 2, sin C by 2. We have multiple formulas. From this we need to choose any one of the option from your given options. But your given option is given the second one, but it is given S minus B into tan B by 2. This is the formula, you should select from it. Okay, na? So let us go to the problem number 9. Yeah, 9th problem, in a triangle ABC, R1 minus R into R2 minus R, R3 minus R, we need to find its value. Okay, na? So from the given problem, let us try to multiply this. So I am just multiplying the first 2 terms. Binomial into binomial gives the 4 terms. Binomial into binomial. Okay. Kartik. Out of helping. Yeah. So 9th question, I am just going to multiply the 2 terms R1, see, binomial into binomial. So R1 with these two, R1 into R2, R1 R2, R1 into R. So minus R1 R, because this is R1 is a plus term, R is a minus term. Okay, first 2 terms are multiplied. From the second one, minus r into r2, minus into minus plus r square. So binomial into binomial gives the 4 terms. Now what is the remaining? R3 into r. Now try to multiply these 4 terms with these 2 terms. That means, yeah, multinomial with binomial. That is equals to r1 r2 into r3. r1 r2 r3 minus r1 r r3 minus r r2 r3 plus r3 into r square. Only one term I multiply with r. Next, minus r r1 r2 minus into minus plus r1 into r square. Again minus into minus plus r2 into r square. And last term plus into minus minus r cube. Okay. Now just I am going to take the common terms. Yeah, r square terms I am taking common. So r square, if I take common, what will be remain? Here r cube, r1, r2. So simply I can write r1 plus r2 plus r3. Okay, na? From these 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. And remaining all, yeah, these 3 minus terms, r1, r3, r2, yeah, minus r I am going to take common. Minus r from these 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. These 3 terms I am taking minus r as a common term. So what will be remain? R1, R2 plus R2, R3 plus R3, R1. Okay. And what are remaining? Minus r cube and R1, R2, R3. Only 2 terms are remaining. Plus R1, R2, R3 minus R cube. Okay, na? From very starting we have discussed that r square. Yeah, the formulas let us observe here. R1, R2, R3, R1, R2, R3 delta square, and yeah, here R1, yeah, this one R1, R2 plus R2, R3 plus R3, R1 equals to S square. So we can write in the place S square, and also R1, R2, R3 minus R equals to 4R we can take. So in the place of R1 plus R2 plus R3 I can take minus R, take that side, becomes plus R, 4R plus R. From this I can write 4R plus R minus R into, what is this one? S square plus R1, R2, R3 minus R cube. Okay, na? So let us try to find out the answer. R1, R2, R3, in the place of R1, R2, R3 I can write delta square by R, because R into R1 into R3 value delta square, but if we have missed one letter, that's why that is R, and transposing that side is going to divide delta square by R. Okay, na? Now remaining terms. So just multiply this one, 4R into R square, 4R square plus R cube minus R into S square. The last term is minus R cube. So plus R cube minus R cube cancel. So we have remains 4R into R square minus R into S square plus, in the place of delta we can write delta is equal to R by S. Delta equals to R by S. So from this, in the place of delta I can write R by S whole square. This 1 by R I am going to write as 1 by R. So last step, that is equals to 4R square minus S square R, squaring on both sides here, R square by S square, R square by S square. Okay, sorry, delta is equal to R into S. Delta square is nothing but R into S, R into S whole square. So this one we can write R square S square by R. Here 1 R, here R square 1 R cancel. This is S square R plus term, this is minus term. Both are cancelled. What is remaining? 4R into R square. This is our required answer. Okay, na? Just multiplied all the terms. From that I have taken the common terms by using r square term, then r term, and remaining I have written as usual. So in the place of r1 plus r2 plus r3 I have written 4r plus r, because r1 plus r2 plus r3 minus r is equals to 4r. In the place of this we can write s square, r1 r2 plus r2 r3 plus r3 r1 s square. So r1 into r2 into r3 I can write delta square by r. So after simplification I will get only the final answer 4r into r square. Let us go to the problem number 10. So the 10th problem is in triangle ABC, r plus r3 plus r1, so minus r2. So this is also a direct formula. If I write like this, r plus r1 minus r2 plus r3 is equal to 4r cos b. R2 is negative, no? 4r cos b. If R3 is negative, 4r cos c. If R1 is negative, 4r cos c. Okay, na? That is the direct formula. So first question, 11th question, that is, in triangle ABC, cos A plus cos B plus cos C. That also we discussed already. What is the formula? Cos A plus cos B plus cos C is equal to 1 plus small r by capital R. Cos A plus cos B plus cos C is equals to 1 plus small r by capital R. Okay, na? So, direct formula only. If you wanted to prove, we can prove it also. So, by taking the triangle formulas. Okay, that means cos plus cos, cos minus cos, transformation formulas will be there, no? That we can use and we can compute that. Okay. Next question, 12th one. The 12th one is given in triangle ABC, R1, R3 is equal to R1, R2. Then C value we need to find. So the given part in 12th question is R3 equals to R1 into R2. So I am using the formulas. R value delta by S and R3 value is delta by S minus C and R1 value delta by S minus A and R2 value delta by S minus B. So delta into delta, delta square by S into S minus C is equal to delta into delta, delta square by S minus A into S minus B. So both sides delta square can be cancelled. These two if you transpose to numerator, S minus A into S minus B by S into S minus C is equal to 1. So you can directly apply the formula tan, half formulas. Okay, na? Half formulas, that is tan C by 2. So tan C by 2 is equals to 1. Tan value 1 at 45 degrees. That means C by 2 is equals to 45 degrees, or you can write tan C by 2 is equals to tan 45. Both sides tan cancel. C by 2 value 45 degrees. C value is 45 into 2, 90 degrees. So answer is 90 degrees. You can take that. Let's go to the next problem. Problem number 13. The 13th question is given that in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, A value 30, B value 24, C value 18. ABC value are given. A is 30, B is 24, C value is 18. Then find the ratio of 1 by R1 is to 1 by R2 is to 1 by R3. Okay, now R1 value delta by S minus A. First let us find the S value. S is equal to semi-perimeter A plus B plus C by 2. So add all of them. A value 30, B value 24. 30 plus 24, 54. 54 plus 10, 64. 64 plus 8 is 72. So S value will be 36. From this delta value, root over S into S minus A. 36 into 36 minus 30 is 6. 36 minus 24 is 12. And 36 minus 18 is 18. So I can write this 36 into 6 into 12. I can write 6 into 2. And 18 I can write 2 into 9. So 36 already a square number. 6 into 6 we can write. 1 6 will come without the root. From these to 1 6 and these to 1 6 and it is 3. So 6 into 6 36. 36 into 6 216 is the area of a triangle delta formula by using it. Okay na? Now R1 value. R1 is nothing but delta by S minus A. That means here S minus A by delta. That is S minus B by delta, S minus C by delta. So without finding the area of a triangle also we can find, because all are having the same denominator, no? Same denominator you can multiply, all are cancel. So S minus A, S minus B, S minus C will be remain. So S value 36, 36 minus 30 is 6, 12 and 18. Cancel 6 table, 6 1s are, 6 2s are, 6 3s are, 1 is to 2 is to 3. Okay, let us go to the problem number 14. Yeah, the 14th problem, in triangle ABC, R value capital R by 6, R1 value 7R, then the measure of angle A. Yeah. So it is given that R is equals to capital R by small r and R1 is equal to 7 into R. Let us try to apply the formula delta into S minus A. Okay, now R value delta, sorry, R1 value delta into S minus A, 7 into R value is capital R by 6 or delta by S. Delta by S, if I take S is a common term, delta cancel. Now S into S minus A is equals to 7. S into S minus A value can be 7 if you take. Yeah. We need to find the value of angle A, right? So S minus A value we should find. So try to multiply here, cross multiplication. S is equal to 7 into S minus 7 into A. Okay, yeah, let us erase this. We'll see the 14th question one more time. So let us go to the 15th problem. Yeah, 15th question is, in a triangle ABC, R1 value, R2 value, R3 value given, then the triangle is. So while you are observing R1 and R2 values are equal, both of them are equal, we can take it is an isosceles triangle directly. Now 16th question. Or else you can directly take, right, R1 is equal to sir, why R1 or R2 directly taken as isosceles triangle, because sides must be, here sides means small a, small b, small c, no? How to consider with R1 is equals to R2 directly isosceles triangle. So let us see the proof for this. R1 value delta by S minus A, this is delta by S minus B. So both sides delta cancel, that means S minus B is equal to S minus C. And S terms one side, S minus S is equals to B minus C. This value is 0, B minus C value 0, B is equals to C. That means length of the sides are equal, then we can take two sides are equal in a triangle, it is an isosceles triangle. So let us go for 16th problem. That is 1 by R minus 1 by R1 into 1 by R minus 1 by R2 into 1 by R minus 1 by R3. The multiplication of three terms are given. So let us try to identify this. Yeah, from here I can take that LCM like R1 minus R by R1 into this one R2 minus R by R2 and R3 minus R by R3. So while you are observing, the denominator will be R into R1 into R2 into R3, take the common. So R1 if I write like this, R2 R3, R2 R3 into R1 minus R. Okay, sorry, it is not a plus terms now between them, directly you can multiply here. So denominator will be R into R into R cube into R1 into R2 into R3. And the numerators R1 minus R, R2 minus R and R3 minus R. Okay, na? So, but we know that R1 minus R, R2 minus R values, we know that R1 minus R value R 4R into sine 4R into sine square A by 2. 4R into sine square A by 2. This one 4R into sine square B by 2 and third one 4R into sine square C by 2. So divided by R into R square into R into R1 into R2 into R3. Okay, na? 4R sine square A by 2. 4R sine square A by 2. Can we take a formula for triangle? So denominator, in the place of R into R1 into R3, we can write delta square. So delta square into R square by 4R. 4R 3 times now, we can write 4R cube. And what is the remaining? Sine square A by 2, sine square B by 2, sine square C by 2. But for radius, we know that R is equals to 4R sine A by 2, sine B by 2, sine C by 2 value is smaller. Okay, na? Now from this, if I take it in the place of 4R sine A by 2 into sine B by 2, sine C by 2, I can write R square, right? R value 4R sine A by 2, sine B by 2, sine C by 2. What is R square value? R square value is 4R square into sine square A by 2 into sine square B by 2 into sine square C by 2. That means in the place of sine square A by 2, sine square B by 2, sine square C by 2 and 4R into 4R. That means what I circle with the green color, I can write R square formula directly with 4R. So that means in the place of the green dots or green circles, we can write that is R square, and what is remaining? 4R is remaining in the numerator by R square into delta square. R square cancel, that is 4R by delta square. Our answer is 4R by delta square. Okay, na? What are the options here? Options are given somewhat differently. But we know the formula, delta is equal to ABC by 4R. Delta is equals to ABC by 4R. From this 4R is equal to ABC by delta. Okay, na? So in the place of 4R, I can write ABC by delta and already denominator delta square. Delta square into delta, delta cube. This is our required answer, ABC by delta cube. Okay, na? Let us go to the next problem. Yeah, 17th one, in triangle ABC, R3 is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R. Okay, na? R3 is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R. So we know the formula from starting onwards while you are observing here. So this formula we can write R1 R plus R1 plus R2 minus R3 is equal to 4R cos C. So that means I can write this one as R1 plus R2 plus R minus R3 is equals to 0. So in the place of this I can write 4R cos C. Okay, na? So 4R is multiplying this side, when you transpose this side divides, 0 by anything is 0 degrees. So when is the cos value 0 degrees? At cos 90 degrees value, cos becomes 0. So angle C is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, na? So let us go to the problem number 18. That is 1 by R. 18th problem is given that K by R is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Then what is the value of K? We know that 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 is equals to 1 by R. It is K by R. Just compare both of them. K value is 1. Okay. No? So let us go to the next problem. So 19th one in triangle ABC, R1, R2, R3 values are given. So find C value. Okay. So from R1 we can find S minus B value, S minus A value, S minus B value, S minus C value, because R1 is equal to delta by S minus A, R2 is equal to delta by S minus B, R3 is equal to delta by S minus C. So by using the formulas you can identify that A, B, C values. Okay, now then find C value by using the S value. Okay, now so try by your own. So 20th question also same like this. The distance between the circumcenter and orthocenter. Circumcenter, orthocenter in equilateral triangle both are same. In equilateral triangle, circumcenter, orthocenter both are coincide. Coincide means the distance between them is 0. It is given that K plus 5. The distance between them is K, it seems. But what is the value of K? What is the value of K plus 5? But K value is distance from orthocenter to circumcenter in a equilateral triangle. But in equilateral triangle, orthocenter, circumcenter both are same, both are coincident. That means in the place of K we can write 0. So 0 plus 5 is equal to 5. So we can directly write like this. Okay, na? So let us go to the problem number 21. And here also given that our 20th problem is R into R1 into R2 into R3 is equal to delta square by K by 3. Find the value of 3. But we know that R into R1 into R3 value is delta square. That is equals to delta square by K by 3. Transpose K by 3 is said multiplied. It is delta square by delta square. Cancel both of them. K is equal to 3. Okay, na? Same way, if two sides of a triangle are 2 and 3, then the area cannot exceed dash units. Area cannot be exceed dash units. Okay, let us see that. Okay, that you can try or we'll discuss in another classes. Okay, na? So that's it for today. Our entire syllabus is completed. So we'll go to the volume 2 next onwards. Just prepare well. Thank you, one and all. Have a nice day.